Hey, Leslie Lane Peabody here, Ninjas in High Heels. And I want to welcome you to Wealth Wednesday, where you get to learn a little bit more about building your business every Wednesday for free each and every week. So today we're going to talk about how to increase your results in social media using Slideshare. So I don't know about you. I'm going to move this just a little bit. I don't know about you, but I'm an action taker, right? So I had my friends Avram and Nikki were giving a training class a week ago, about just a little over a week ago on a Thursday night. And what they were sharing there was how you could do a SlideShare presentation and then put it out there, just a simple book review. Just do a book review, do a PowerPoint on it, then put it out there on this new platform that I'd never used before called SlideShare. I did it. I'm an action taker. When somebody suggests that I do something, I go do it, and then I share the results with you. Well, this was fantastic results. This would be so perfect for anyone who's trying to build their social media presence, trying to build, let's say you're an author and you want to build your respect in the reading community, fiction or nonfiction, doesn't really matter. Read a book or do a book that's related to whatever you want to write. Do book reviews, have a friend do a book review on you, that kind of thing. So this book review was fantastic. So of course, if you know me at all, let me tell you a little bit about myself while I'm getting the book. This is the book that I reviewed, if you can see it, Smart Women Finish Rich by David Bach. And I know that's probably backwards to you, but this is the book I reviewed, and it was a book that I had already read. I had read the book more than a year ago. I had read the book in a financially fit females group that I did. We did a book review, and this was a fantastic book because as an entrepreneur, as a business coach, I needed to learn how to help myself save money and grow my business, right? So those are the things that we're interested in. But as a recently divorced single mother of 3 teenage boys, I really need to rein in my finances and get control of my life. Well, this book, Smart Women Finish Rich, it is a must read for a woman entrepreneur. It's a must read for any woman, but really a must read for a woman entrepreneur, right? So that's the book I chose because I'd already read it, right? And I am nothing if not for quick action. Now, I didn't have immediate action, but I had quick action. I took the class on Thursday, and then by Saturday night, midnight, I didn't let myself go to bed until I had completed the PowerPoint. Well, let me talk to you about the results before I tell you how to do it, okay? So I am going to start sharing my screen, and hopefully you can read this. I'm going to go to the SlideShare social media platform, okay? So I'm going to show you what it looks like on SlideShare. Hopefully I am sure, oh no, that's not the right screen that you want. Let me try this again to get you the right screen. Okay, I'm going to share my screen here. Now share that screen. There we go. So hopefully I can pull it down now. I don't want to stop my broadcast. I want to go here. I'm just going to pull this out of the way. Okay, here is my SlideShare on, here's the book review that I did on SlideShare. Now you're going to see that I did 2 book reviews, and I only loaded one to LinkedIn, right? This one had 70 views. This one had 268. This one had 70 because I forgot to put my information on the SlideShare, right? I forgot to put it on the SlideShare. So I loaded this on Saturday, and by Friday, the following Friday, I had 269 views. Now I have a few more views now. I have 268 here and 70 here. So this one on the left was only there for a short period of time, right? It wasn't there very long. It was there for a short period of time. And then I immediately uploaded this one on the right. So you can see that I had 268 views to the one on the right. It's been 2 weeks now, so I got most of those the first week. So not a huge impact the second week, but that's okay because I didn't do any marketing the second week, right? So you can see I got 268 eyes on me that week. That was phenomenal, if you ask me, for something that, oops, sorry, for something that I didn't really work very hard at. It took me about 3 hours because I'd never used Slideshare before. It took me a little while because it's been a long time since I read the book to create the Slideshare and that kind of thing, to create the PowerPoint. But generally, that kind of time, it would take me probably 30 minutes to create this in my own time, and then another 30 minutes to syndicate or market it. And that's the kind of upload, that's the kind of traffic you can get from a simple SlideShare presentation. Now, so let's talk first about how you go about doing this, okay? So I'm going to pop back. I'm going to stop sharing my screen for a minute, and I'm going to talk to you guys about how to go about choosing what you want to do in your SlideShare, in your PowerPoint, okay? Pick a book. Do the very first one, all right? If you're going to use this, I want you to use it right now. I want you, before Saturday comes around, today is Wednesday, right? Before Saturday midnight, your time zone, you need to implement this strategy for yourself. You're an action taker and you want to increase your visibility, increase the number of people who know, like, and trust you, increase the traffic to your website, right? That's what you want to do. So pick a book that you happen to be reading. And by the way, leaders are readers, right? All of the $1 million people, earners that I know, they read at least 15 minutes a day. So it shouldn't be a big deal for you to find a book and do a book review on it. If you love fiction, do it on fiction. Who cares? It doesn't really matter. Just do a book review. Get your name out there. What is your business about? My business is about helping you grow your business. So I did a business book, okay? But then we all know how to do PowerPoint. I have to assume. But for those of you who don't, I'm going to do a really quick tutorial. Now, PowerPoint is just a presentation software. There's also Keynote on the Mac. I do use a Mac, but I use PowerPoint because I go back and forth between a Mac and a Windows environment. Or do it on Google. Google has a SlideShare program. I haven't used that. But I'm just going to show you a few little steps. And regardless of what program you're using, you're going to want to do these few little steps. So I'm going to share my screen again. And I'm going to share my presentation screen. Okay? So hopefully you are now seeing my presentation. That's good. So Smart Women Finish Rich by David Bach and a book review. So just create a beginning slide. Create a slide that just has your picture in a corner and has a picture of the book. Title the book, make it take center stage, and then don't forget to put your stuff down here, right? So I put my name, I put my business name, I put what I do. I'm a business coach. I might change that up in the future and have my tagline, Social Media Ninja, instead of business coach. And then I have my webpage, right? Now let's say you don't, and that looks sharp, right? If you ask me, that looks pretty sharp, right? So how do you go about doing that? Well, it's pretty simple. All you do is create a new SlideShare and you go through here and you find the theme that you like. I could have done it on that. That's kind of interesting. That one's kind of interesting, right? So what kind of look are you looking for? What do you want to do? I oftentimes, you'll find a lot of stuff that I do here because I find that calming and that kind of thing. But because of the blue background, you know, be creative. This is where you get to be creative. So now I have to go back and find my SlideShare. Okay, so I've changed that up. I'm not going to save it, but I liked one that had the blue. You can do whatever you want to do to be creative. And you'll notice that I only have 16 pages. It's not a long SlideShare, right? It's not a huge thing. So it has my picture, it has my webpage, has the book, and it has book review. Then the next page, why should anybody listen to me? Why am I someone you should listen to when I talk about the book? Why is my book review something you care about? Well, I told you a little bit about why you should listen to me here because I I did this, and then I got results immediately within 1 week, right? So that's what I told you about there. But why should you listen to my book review? I thought about 5 or 6 reasons that you should listen to my book review. I put another fun picture because people like a lot of visual things, a lot of pictures, a lot of visual on their slide shares. Then I talked about the author, and somehow I messed this up because I don't think it was like this in the slide share. I had the picture in here and it was smaller. Anyway, I had this gentleman's picture, David Block's picture on here, and then I talked about him. And when I talked about him, excuse me about that, when I talked about him, I got his picture from his webpage, and when I talked about him, I just took things from his speakers page, from his About Me page, and I slapped it right on there. What did I like? And I put a couple testimonials. And then look at this. I put a link back to his page because by putting a link back to his page, he's going to like that I'm sending traffic to him, right? He's going to like that. Then I just did a few pages, like what did I like about this book? Sorry. What did I like about this book? I talked about what I liked about the book. What did I not love about the book? I talked about what I didn't love about the book. And then I started doing basically a chapter by chapter review of the book. I drew something, I drew a little ladder in there because he talks about the ladder values. I took pictures. I called something my bus book. What happens if you get hit by a bus? I have a little notebook in the right-hand corner of my desk so that if I get hit by a bus, my children can take that bus book to my sisters, and then my sisters can take care of my life insurance. They can take care of my everything, the house papers, everything that I need is in my bus book. And then this little picture, always use pictures that you have the rights to, that you have free pictures of, right? So this little guy I love so much, I got him off of a free website, which I will give to you at the end of this presentation. Then I just kept adding pictures, kept adding text on the different chapters. Eggs in the basket, talk about money, pictures of money. Then I talked about raising smart kids. This is my picture of my niece. I loved it. Talked a little bit about my niece in there. Attracting wealth, success stories. These are just his chapters, right? Then the last slide, where do people go for more information? This is the slide that I didn't remember to put in all the way through. Where do they go for more information? I put the author's webpage on there. I put how you can get in touch with me. I put my email link so you can get further book reviews, and then I put my webpage link. Very simple. This took me a long time, like I told you, probably took an hour and a half, 2 hours, because I hadn't just read the book. I had to go back and read a little bit about the book here and there, but that was simple. If I had just read the book, or if I was creating this as I was reading a book, this would take me 30 minutes or less. I do slide shares all the time, 30 minutes or less. And then all you do is save it, right? You save the slideshow. Then, I'm not going to save this because I don't like what I did to it. Then I'm going to take you back over to the SlideShare website, right? And I just set up my very first SlideShare that day, right? So I'm going to show you this again. And all you do is you hit this little upload button. I'm not going to take you all the way through it because I don't want to upload it. Oh, maybe I need to be on my screen when I upload it. Sorry. There we go. You hit the little upload button, right? And then you hit the upload button again. You'll have to create an account. Then where is your book review? Here's my book review right here. Oops, it's uploading again. I'm going to have to stop that. But here's my book review. Look how fast it is. That's like a minute. Then choose your category. What kind of category am I in? Education, fiction, food. What are you in? You know, find your categories. Find the one that suits you best. And then just write a description here. Then put your SEO in here. Small business, smart women finish rich. Leslie Lane Peabody. You know, what else are you going to put in here? Put your tags. These are your SEO, your search engine optimization tabs, right? Then is this a public or a private? You can do something private and then save and continue. I'm not going to save and continue because I don't want to upload it again. I already have 2 out there, right? You can upload more from the cloud. You can upload more now, that kind of thing. So I'm going to pop out of there because I do not want to do anything there. Now, I want to show you another site while I'm over here. This one is a Ninja Nugget. One of my good friends showed me this a couple years ago. And you know how I said on those pictures, you probably should have pictures that you have authority to use. Well, Morguefile, MORGUEFILE.com, morguefile.com, you get to use free pictures. It's awesome. So let's say we are looking for pictures of puppies. You put puppies in there, you get tons of pictures of puppies, and then if you clicked on one, then you can just download the image. And look at this. You are allowed to copy, distribute, transmit the work. I can't even read that. I'm too old. Attribution is not required. You are prohibited from using the work in a standalone manner. Okay, so that's all you have to do. You have to follow those, whatever those free files are. There is not a charge. You don't have to have a subscription fee. You don't have to have anything. It is amazing. And they have tons and tons and tons of downloads. So let's say you want cats. We'd search for puppies. Here's cats. And if you're a photographer, you might want to load your pictures on here and get some mileage out of that too. So this is awesome, right? So you get free pictures there. So I wanted to share that with you. That is your Ninja Nugget of the day. How are you going to find free Morguefile photos? Free photos to use on your presentations. That's where I get mine because I don't have to pay anything to get mine. So let's talk about what I've shown you tonight because I really think it's important to be useful of your time, and you can spend all day training and no time doing. So today we're going to do a lot about doing, okay? So the first thing I showed you was how my results came out in 1 week. How my results came out. In 1 week, I had more than 260 views, 260 new people I was introduced to that have probably never met me before. Out of those 264 people, 4 people joined my email list. Now that might not sound like a lot, and maybe I didn't have a good bridge to my email list, but 4 people joined my email list. I thought that was pretty good. So I was very happy with 4 people joining my email list. So then if you take the 269 people and 4 people joining my email list, let's just say that every month, I do this every single week for a year, right? So every week I do a new Slideshare and I upload it. If I did that every week for a new book, and I read a book a week, you probably do as well, do it every 2 weeks, but let's say you do it once every week. I'm going to take you to Excel for a quick second, okay? Actually, I don't have it open yet. I need to open it. Okay, I'm going to take you to a new Excel worksheet here. Give me one quick second. I'm getting this open for you. Because I want to show you, you know, one of the things that you're going to learn about here is you are going to learn about compounding money if you read Smart Women Finish Rich. And what compounding is if I save $1 today and $1 tomorrow and $1 the next day and $1 the next day, that's great. And after 52 weeks, I'll have saved $52. But what if I had a 10% interest rate? And every day that I put that dollar in, the bank paid me another 10 cents. So every day I'd actually be saving $1.10 instead of just $1. But I'd be saving $1.10 on the money that I earned yesterday too. Okay, so that's kind of compounding. That wasn't great example, but let's do it in terms of traffic. Okay, so we're going to say that I had 260 new eyes on this Slideshare this week, and there are 52 weeks in the year. So if I do that every week for a year, I'm going to have 13,520 new people that look at me, or at least 13,520 visits to me. If the same results happen the next Slideshare I get, then I'm going to have 13,520 new traffic that I wouldn't have had any other way. Now, out of that 260, I had 4 people join my email list. So if I have 4 people join my email list, at the end of the year, my email list will have grown by 200 people. Now that may not sound huge, okay, but that's just doing one technique that takes about 3 hours a week. So in one technique, I get 4 new people every week on my email list. I do that 52 times a year. I have 208 new people on my email list. 208 people that know, like, and trust me and will probably become customers. Now let's just say that out of those 208, 10% of those people become my customers. Let's just say 20 people become my customer. And one of the products I'm selling, let's just say, is $25 a month. So if I multiply $25 a month times 20 new customers times 12 months in the year, right? So 20 new customers, I make $25 a month off of each new customers. There's 12 months to the year. For 3 hours worth of work, I made $6,240. What would an extra $6,000 do for you this year? What could that do for you? It's not a ton of money, but it's a vacation in Disneyland. It's paying off a car, maybe. It's paying down the mortgage, maybe. Paying off a charge card. What could you do with $6,240 this year? And I don't know what you would make from whatever you're selling, but if you could get 208 new eyes, maybe your rate of customer conversions from an email list is higher than 10%. Some people convert up to 30 or 40%, but I'm just doing a very minor, realistic, what can you expect to potentially get? You can expect for 3 hours a week, or frankly an hour. The first time is 3 hours. I would say an hour a week. In an hour a week, you can make $6,000 extra a year. If you said you spent an hour a week doing that, if I take that $6,000 divided by 52 weeks a year, I just made $120 an hour. So when we talk about it per year, that doesn't sound like a lot. But when I tell you after the first time you can do a SlideShare in about an hour and upload it and everything else related to it, you just turned your earning power to $120 an hour. If you do just one of these a week and you get 260 views a week, 4 new people on your email list, and out of those 4 new people every week on your email list, about 10% of them buy your product. You have a very low cost product at $25. You could have the earning potential of $6,000 a year, 52 weeks a year. That relates to $120 an hour. How many of us make $120 an hour? Not many. Just what if you did 2 of these, 2 SlideShares a week? Well, we just doubled this, right? 2 SlideShares times 2. So now I'm earning $12,000 a year. And I didn't change how many hours. They each take an hour. That's not really going to change. and I'm still making 120. Oops, I did this one wrong. Now instead of 52 hours a year I worked 104 hours a year, and I'm still making $120 an hour. I can make $120 an hour. I could spend 2 hours a week to make $120 an hour, right? What if you did 3? Oh no, I did that wrong. No, I didn't. If you did 3 of these a week, you'd be making almost $20,000 in the year. What if you did 4? 4 times 6,000? $24,000 a year. If you worked 4 hours a week for a year, you could potentially earn almost $25,000. Do you make that much in your job? Some people don't make that much in a year. What if you said you could work an hour a night, so 7 hours? What if you said you could work 7 hours a week? $43,000 a year. Are you willing to work 1 hour a night, give up 1 hour of TV, or 1 hour of time with your kids, or 1 hour of, I don't know what else you do. Most people do a lot of TV watching, so it's not a big deal. Are you willing to give up 1 hour of every single day, reprioritize to start earning a better living for your family? These are not phenomenal results. These are easy results that I did as a novice, never having done this before. These are the types of results you may be able to get. Now, one of the things I want to make sure that you understand is these are just potentials. This is not real income here. I am just talking to you about what potential income could be. You'd need to put your own experience and your own knowledge into there. But I'm just showing you what potentially could happen. The big deal is right here, that baby right there. In 1 hour of doing work, I got 260 people to look at me. 260 people this week. And that, if I multiply it by 1 day a week, every single day, I do the same thing, so 7 times a week, I potentially could earn $43,000 a year working 1 hour a day. Potentially. Are you the kind of person who would be willing to do that? So I'm going to go ahead and shut this part down now. I'm going to come back and talk to you. So when I talk to you about potential, my background is in accounting, my background is in finance. I understand the compounding power of money. So in David Bach's book, Smart Women Finish Rich, he talks about what happens if you save $1 today and you're 20 years old. By the time, $2 a day, I think, when you're 20, by the time you're 55, you'll have $1 million. That's the same type of principle that applies to your business. It is not in gigantic action. It is not just for the people who have great ideas all the time. It is for people like you and me who just are ready to plod along and do what they're told. If you do this and you do this every single day for a year, every single day for a year, I would find it highly unlikely that you wouldn't be able to turn around an income of some type. There are no guarantees in life. I'm not going to make you a guarantee, but you know, if you stick with something, it's just like going to high school. We hate it, we didn't like it, right? But we stuck with it and we did it. We all have to do whatever it takes to get the job done. So if you, my friend, want to grow your business, and I don't care what kind of business it is, you need an email list. And this is one simple way to build an email list. And let me tell you what else about this. Okay, so I read one book. I did a SlideShare. I'm going to do a video about the book. I did this video to talk about the results of the book. I'm going to do a video of the SlideShare and then this video that we're doing here. Then I have two videos, so I have two audios that are going to come out that I can upload to iTunes or I can upload to whatever, right? Then I'm going to have two blogs that will be done, one for the video that I did here, one for the video where I talk about the slideshow, right? So then I have blogs, I have audio, I have video, I have the blog, I have the SlideShare. Look how many things I did, 7 things right there. And I only read one book. And if you want to do one thing a day for a week, there you go. There's your 7 things. One thing a day for a week. Read a book. On day 1, do your SlideShare. That's great. Then day 2, do your video. Okay, that's great. Day 3, do your audio of that video. Fabulous. Day 4, do your blog of that audio and your video and your SlideShare. Then you have a great blog. Day 5, you've probably got some results now. Do a video on your results and how you got there, just like this. Day 6, do an audio of this particular video. And then day 7, do a blog about this and how you achieved your results. That's 1 week. 1 book a week, 1 hour a day. Then you get 15 or 30 minutes every day to read a new book and do it again next week, right? I just gave you 7 days worth of work from reading 1 book. 7 days. I gave you a plan for 7 days. What will happen if you do this every day at the end of the year, 1 hour a day? I just gave you a plan on how you can do it 1 hour a day. I'm not telling you you have to read 7 books a week. I'm saying read 1 book a week and look what you can do. It's amazing. So I have some authors in the audience. I promoted this to a lot of my author friends. Now, one of the things I am going to give to you, this will be edited out, or if you're listening to this in the future, this offer is valid only until November 20th at 8:30 p.m. Mountain Time 2014. So November 20th, 8:30 Mountain Time 2014. If you are an author and you have a book done, or you want to be an author and you promise to get your book done in 90 days from today, 90 days from today, so it's November, December, January, February, so February 19th, offer null and void. If you have a book or you wrote a book and you want me to review your book and do a SlideShare on your book, for anyone who emails me tonight, you have to email me in the next 24 hours by 8:30 p.m. Mountain Time, November 20th, 2014. If you email me and say, yes, Leslie, I want you to review my book. I want my book out there earning me money. I will do the same thing for you that I just did with David Bach. I will read your book. I will give it a review. I will create a SlideShare. I will link to you. I will link to me. So now we're both driving traffic, and where I'm getting 269 views, you're getting 269 views, and it's a win-win situation. And guess what? I love to read. So that gave me a new book, and I'll do all of this for you, a week for you, but this offer is only good until 8:30 tomorrow, November 20th, 2014, 8:30 Mountain Time. If you tell me, yes, Leslie, I want you to read my book and do a promotion on my book, I will do it for free. Okay? Now, how do you get that offer? Well, that offer is just for you. So let me give you the SlideShare again. Give me a second. I'm going to put up the SlideShare, because what's going to happen there is you're going to get the link that you need on that SlideShare. So here we go. I'm going to share this, and then I'm going to go back over to my PowerPoint. Okay, so I'm in my SlideShare. I'm going to go back to my account, okay, so that we can look at the actual SlideShare, because that is one thing I did not do, is show you the actual SlideShare yet. So here's the SlideShare. Hopefully you can see that, and I'm going to go to the last page. Last page. So you're going through the 16 pages again, and this is where you have to send that information. I'm going to make this bigger for you. So anybody who joins my book review club, http://bit.ly/book review club, BOOKREVIEWCLUB, http://bit.ly/book review club. If you join that list in the next 24 hours, you, my friend, you will be able to get a free book review from me between now and the end of February. Hopefully I have tons of people who want this, but between now and the end of February, your book has to be written between now and the end of February, and I will do a book review, a 7-day plan, just like I told you about here on this list. So that was what I had to share with you, and the tremendous results and the tremendous possibilities you have. If you'd like to know more about me, please visit my website at http://www.leslieLanePeabody.com. And when you go there, you're going to learn a lot more about me. I'm taking you there now. So you're going to learn about my new book that's coming out shortly by Christmas. It's called Lead Like a Mother, M-U-T-H-E-R, or is it Mother, M-O-T-H-E-R? I just think that's hysterically funny, right? I think it's funny. Then you'll see my About page, and you'll also look at my coaching packages. If you're interested in learning how to do social media for yourself, I have a variety of coaching packages available for you. I have basic boot camps on Facebook, blogging, Google Hangouts, or all three. I have monthly coaching packages, 3-month and 6-month. Or if you want something that's done for you, just send me an email and I will respond. So that's my little email. That's my webpage. And again, I'm in the middle of writing my own book. This will be my second book. I'm a contributing author to a different book, but this will be my sole book. Please feel free to contact me. Hit this contact form, fill it out, and I will get back to you. If you want to email me directly, lesliepeabody@hotmail.com, or my telephone number, 303-638-1115. So that, my friends, is what I was trying to share with you today. I hope that you enjoyed it as much as I enjoyed my time here with you. I don't know about you, but I love learning new things that I can apply immediately. Simple things, things that do not take more than 5 or 10 minutes to figure out and an hour to go. I'm a single mom with 3 teenage boys. I do not have time to spend hours and hours and hours and hours doing what I need to do. So I love tips and techniques like this, and I hope you love them too. So that's today's Wealth Wednesday. Join us next week when we'll be teaching you about Snipply. I love it. It's awesome. And I will have a special guest presenter next week. So Wealth Wednesdays, thank you very much. Leslie Lane Peabody, Ninjas in High Heels. Bye-bye. Now I have to turn this guy off. Bye-bye.